So you know in the Paticca-Samuppada 12 factors and 3 periods and 4 phases, and today we have to listen with the rounds. There are 3 rounds. What means with the rounds mean something that rolls on and on and on in samsara. That is namarupa. Namarupa rolls on and on and on due to the causing factors, due to the causal relationship. There are 3 kinds of vitta: kilesa vitta, kama vitta, and vipaka vitta. So you can look at the paper, page number 2, the circle of dependent origination 2, 3 vitta. 3 vitta. So in the rounds of kilesa vitta, column number 1, kilesa, rounds of defilements, that is kilesa vitta. Kilesa, rounds of defilements, column number 1, ring number 2. Kilesa, what are the kilesa? Ignorance, avijja, and another ring, craving and clinging. So avijja, tanna and upadana are kilesa vitta. These are defilements. So we are going rounds and rounds and rounds in samsara. We are rolling on and on and on because we not mindful all the time. And we don't know that these phenomena are appearing and disappearing. We don't know. So we ignorant. And then we crave for something, and then we strongly cling to this object. So avijja, tanna and upadana are kilesa vitta. So think deeply. We highly esteem in this life. Oh, this life will be good. The whole life will be pleasant. We think like this. We don't know the impermanent nature, suffering nature, and non-self nature. And then when we have kilesa, ignorance, craving and clinging, we do activities. That is column number 2, rounds of karma. That is kama vitta. Karma, the sankhara, volitional activities. That is kama bhava, another ring you may see. Kama bhava, that is kama bhava, previous life. Also we have the kinds of kilesa and karma. Past period, and also another ring is mentioned, that the truth of origin or suffering. So we suffer again and again because we have tanna. Tanna is the cause of suffering. So when you see the truth of origin or suffering, that is, tanna is the truth of the origin of suffering. So that is kilesa vitta and kama vitta. Kilesa vitta in column number 1, and kama vitta is column number 2. Column number 2 is rounds of karma, that is sankhara. Sankhara or kama bhava. Sometimes wholesome sankhara, punjabi sankhara, sometimes apunjabi sankhara, unwholesome. When we have fortunate time, we try to be mindful. You think very deeply, and if you really mindful, more in punjabi sankhara, wholesome volitional activities. So these are very fortunate time. Sometimes unfortunate time, we do unwholesome sankhara. Unwholesome sankhara. In samsara, in the previous life, we have done a lot of the wholesome and unwholesome sankhara. So very fortunate time when you come to the retreat. That is, you want to remove the kilesa, ignorance. Every object you encounter and you mindful and you note, that is to remove the ignorance. Ignorance, very thick layer of ignorance, very, very thick. Try to practice, try to note very precisely. So ignorance, and also when you mindful, ignorance can be removed, and at that regarding this object, craving and clinging cannot come. So kilesa can be eradicated when you really mindful, and also another link, karma can be stopped when you remove the kilesa. So kilesa vata, need to remember, avijja, tanna and upadana are kilesa vata. So can you follow me? Avijja, tanna and upadana are kilesa vata. Sankhara and kama bhava are kama vata. Sankhara and kama bhava are kama vata. So kilesa vata and kama vata need to remember. So number 1 and 2, the kilesa and kama vata, they are what you call the 5 past causes. 5 past causes. So in samsara past, previous life, many millions of life, in millions of life, we accumulated a lot of defilements. So we are very rich in kilesa, ignorance, craving, clinging, and also sankhara, sometimes wholesome, sankhara, sometimes unwholesome. So a lot of kilesa we have. So it is a very good time to remove these kilesa. When yogi practice, yogi understand, sometimes kilesa are very, very thick, so very difficult to remove. But yogi very energetic to note and to stay in the good environment, to come to the center, and the other yogis also practicing seriously, so you more energized, you practice very seriously to remove the kilesa. You see column number 1 and 2, a very advanced level yogi. The first ring, if ignorance is completely cut off, that is advanced level, that means you attain mega. Mega is very, very powerful. Ignorance is completely cut off by mega. But vipassana level, also you can remove the ignorance momentarily, not totally. Vipassana you practice again and again until you reach the mega level. And then column number 2, if your vipassana meditation good, and then the cessation of sankhara rounds of karma, sankhara cease. Sankhara can be removed. So sankhara or karma bhava can be removed. And then column number 3 is we are here. Number 3, we are in the present. And the first moment we came to our mother womb is Paticca-Samuppada, relinquishing consciousness, and then seeing consciousness, hearing consciousness, etc. So number 3 rounds of results, vibhaga vitta are vijnana, namarupa, salayana, phassa, vedana. Consciousness, mind-body process, 6 senses, contact and feelings. These are the rounds of results. So can you follow me? Vijnana, namarupa, salayana, phassa, vedana. Or jati, jaramarana are rounds of results. Vibhaga vitta. So resultant, these are results. Vijnana, namarupa, salayana, phassa, vedana, or jati, newly arising, jaramarana, aging and death. So every moment, jadi, every moment the newly arising vijnana, and they are aging and they disappear, marana, every moment. So column number 3, rounds of results. These are results of our past kilesa and karma. These are in the present period, presently arising continuously. So in the sitcha, in the truth, that is truth or suffering. So we only just understand in the practice we need to stay in the present, we need to live in the present. So in column number 3, the method, you know, if vijnana, etc., if vijnana, namarupa, salayana, phassa, vedana are observed, are known. You are observing these 5 results, 5 present effect. That is the method of meditation. And once in this wheel, we have to go on and on and on, and we need to escape from this wheel, or we can break this wheel in somewhere. When there is ignorance, avijja, can we do something to prevent sankhara from arising? No. Because so long as there is avijja, ignorance, there will arise karma formation. When there is avijja, there will come sankhara. And column number 2, when there are karma bhava or sankhara, can we avoid having vijnana, relinquishing consciousness? No. We do karma bhava, or we do sankhara. So we get the karmic results. So when there arises vijnana, relinquishing consciousness or rebirth consciousness, there will surely arise namarupa, mind, matter, that are accompanied by six senses, salayadana. There is no way to stop them from arising. When there are six senses, salayadana, there will arise the mental contact, phassa, mental contact with six external objects. For example, when there is eye sensitivity, retina, and there is something to be seen which falls in the avenue of the eye sensitivity, there will always be mental contact, phassa. From these two, and we cannot avoid seeing or having seeing consciousness. And when there is the mental contact phassa, there will be vedana, feeling. If we see something, we will either feel pleasant or unpleasant, or neutral about the object. So everybody have that process. Even though Arahant and Buddha also they are feeling. So everybody have that kinds of vedana, feeling, and then what about tanha, craving? After vedana, although feeling is unavoidable, the tanha attachment can be avoided. We may have a pleasant feeling, sukha vedana, but if we know what to do, and we may not get attached to these feelings. So in the same way, we may have pain, or we may have any kinds of unpleasant feeling, but we will not get upset, or we will not get angry if we know how to deal with these unpleasant sensations. So this is the only link where we can break or we can stop the wrongs of suffering or the dependent origination. But how can we break the wheel at this point? By mindfulness and mindfulness meditation. We come to the center and we try to be mindful all the time, and it is only by the practice of constant mindfulness that we can break this wheel of life, and we can avoid tanha and upadana, craving and clinging, by applying mindfulness to whatever feeling we experience at that moment. That is why Yogis always to be mindful of every feeling or every sensation when you practice vipassana meditation. Yes, a lot of unpleasant sensation we have to encounter after sitting for some time. We have stiffness or pain here and there, such as pain in the back. So these feelings will motivate the tanha, craving for pleasant feeling, if we do not apply mindfulness. But once the wheel of life or law of dependent origination is broken, clinging, upadana and karma or becoming bhava may not follow one after another. So we very careful. If we cannot apply mindfulness to the feelings we experience, then the feelings will lead to tanha and upadana, craving and clinging, and so on. So the link between vedana and tanha, feeling and craving, is the most important because it provides an opportunity to us to break the cycle of suffering. So the present object we observe, present object are every seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching or knowing. In the Samasa Sutta, it is called Piya Rupa and Satta Rupa. Piya Rupa, pleasant Rupa, Satta Rupa, agreeable Rupa, or lovable or likable Rupa. If we see and if we observe and if we know things which are pleasant and agreeable, called Piya Rupa and Satta Rupa, if we observe, we see that they are impermanent, unsatisfactory and non-self, and as a disease, as fearful, then tanha can be removed. And tanha is free from, and yogi is free from craving. If yogi is free from craving, then yogi will be free from upati khanda, upati aggregates. Then yogi will be free from all suffering. So that is according to the Samasa Sutta we are practicing. So look at the paper, page number 7. Page number 7A. Page number 7A, that is yogi are observing, yogi see the phenomena very correctly. If yogi see things which are pleasant and agreeable, called Piya Rupa and Satta Rupa, as impermanent, unsatisfactory, non-self, as a disease, as fearful, then tanha, craving, is removed and yogi is free from craving. If yogi is free from craving, then yogi will be free from the upati aggregates, upati khanda, and yogi will be free from all suffering. So this is in Samasa Sutta, Buddha reminded all the yogis. So can you follow me? If yogis see things which are pleasant and agreeable, called Piya Rupa and Satta Rupa, as impermanent, unsatisfactory, and non-self, as a disease, as fearful, then craving is removed, and yogi is free from craving. If yogi is free from craving, then he will be free from the upadi aggregate. He will be free from all suffering. So you observe very correctly, you see the Piya Rupa, Satta Rupa, the pleasant Rupa, agreeable Rupa as impermanent. What you see is correct. They are disappearing all the time. Because of this nature, they are dukkha, unsatisfactory. You cannot control anymore. That is non-self. As a disease, oh, I am healthy, I have no disease. But when you see very correctly, you see the rupa full of disease. One time I met the one lady, very young, around 40, and then she suffered leukemia, and she so depressed and crying all the time. And another yogi, I met another yogi, also very young, around 40. But she healthy, but when the yogi practice, she cannot stand anymore. The same feeling as the another lady who suffered leukemia. So yogi have no disease, but when you practice correctly, you see your rupa full of disease. So it is very true that the rupa is, you have to see the rupa, your body as disease. Rupa, we so cling to our body, but the body is not reliable, not dependable, is breaking down all the time, very, very breakable and fragile. But when yogi practice meditation and yogi see the rupa as very fearful, so at that moment, tanha cannot stay there. Tanha craving is removed, and yogi is free from craving. And when yogi is free from craving, yogi will be free from the upadi aggregates. And yogi will be free from suffering. So that is from Samasa Sutta. Also Pali. Pali is page number 7. Pali, original Pali from the Buddha. So Pali, can you try? That is yan loke piya rupan satta rupan ta anicca dopasanti dukkha dopasanti anatta dopasanti te tannam pajahanti upadeng pajahanti dukkham pajahanti. So that is original Pali words. Can you follow me? Yan loke piya rupam Sadarupam Yan loke piya rupam sadarupam Da anicca topasanti Dukkha topasanti Anatta topasanti Detanam pajahanti Upadem pajahanti Dukkham pajahanti. So that is Buddha reminded the yogis. So translation is page number 8. Page number 8. When yogis observe and know, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching and knowing, which are pleasant and agreeable as anicca, dukkha, anatta, but in Pali, roga as disease and fear, then they abandon craving, they abandon upadikanda, they abandon all wholeness or suffering. So that is original Pali. So we will continue next time. We have to stop our discourse for today. May you practice vipassana meditation diligently. May you observe the piya rupa, satta rupa, which are agreeable and which are pleasant. May you observe the every Vijnana, Namarupa, Salayana, Phassa and Vedana, every consciousness, mind, matter, etc. And by practicing vipassana meditation, by observing every phenomena occurring at the six senses continuously and meticulously, may all yogis be liberated from all suffering. May all yogis realize the real peace in the very near future. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.